right, this video is to demonstrate how to do an invisible join. So I have two different demonstrations here. This one we were humming right along doing single crochets, but my pattern calls me for to stop right here. Well, they're not the same height. So let me show you how we can make that look smoother. I'm gonna grab our hook. Oops. I'm gonna grab our hook. And that's a single crochet. So I'm gonna do one slip stitch to bring it down shorter, a second slip stitch, and a third slip stitch before I do my invisible join. Then I'm gonna pull my yarn all the way through. My yarn's too long, let me cut it. I'm gonna pull my yarn all the way through. So that's what it looks like now. So it's much closer to the same height. See, it's not this big tall like that double or that single crochet. So now I want to hide my join here. So I'm going to thread that yarn onto a darning needle. Now, this was the last stitch I stitched in. We're going to enter this stitch here, and then we're going to, the yarn is coming out of this hole to come this way and to go around. So I want to take this yarn here and put it right back in that same hole going the other direction. So we're going to enter it here and go this way. And when you do that, what happens? Oops, I think I've punched through this fat yarn. Let me see here. I had. There we go. And what happens when you do this is you basically duplicate stitch over the top of the neighboring crochet stitch, and those stitches fold in and disappear. Now I have a demo for in the round as well. So here we have a little round one, and this is my last stitch, and I need to join into this stitch. We'll cut this tail super short so it's not in our way. So we've got our little teeny tiny circle here. This stitch needs to be joined invisibly into this stitch. So we're going to use the same technique. Get a great big darning needle because I've got great big yarn. And so first thing I want to do is I want to pull that stitch through. Probably going to lose my darning needle. There we go. So now this is what we look like. Okay. So I want to join into this stitch. I'm going to go around the one in front of it. I tell you, this fat yarn. There we go. Go around the one in front of it. Then I'm going to go back to where that yarn came from. And that yarn came from here. You can see that yarn went here, went under those two, and it's going back into here. I'm going to pull that in this way. The rest of it is done without the needle, and it's just done with your hands. So now I need to pull this, and it's going to lay right on top of that other stitch. We're duplicating it. But because I tugged on it, now we've got a disaster. There we go. And invisible, joined in the round. You can't see where the join is or where the join stops. You can see our working yarn, and you can see where I pulled, but you can't see the join, and that's the invisible join.